verification of job setups. IATF 16949 requirement 8.5.1.3 and many CSRs. This is a top 10 IATF 16949 CB minor nonconformance. Best practices. Number 1, having a job setup record that's line side for recording the events. Number 2, the tool setter work instructions that includes how to set the tool, how to set the equipment parameters, and how to validate setup including records. Number 3, first piece sample with inspection data line side for the operators to check against. Number 4, lockout machine parameters to avoid unapproved process modifications or changes. Number 5, setup verification checks that are part of the line side process audits. And number 6, material changes including recording new lot numbers of the new material being used. CB hot buttons. Number 1, tool change or material change without documented verifications or records. Number 2, operators can change process parameters without consulting supervision or the setup personnel. Number 3, new material being used without recording the lot number. Number 4, first piece inspection not being performed although production parts are running. Number 5, last piece validation not being performed if it's required to prove the production lot. And number 6, no setup instructions or obsolete setup instructions being utilized. What I've seen as a CB auditor, they're good. At an injection molder, they had a good system of verifying job setups. Number 1, whenever a new tool was set, the setup process had validation records and followed the tool setting instructions. Number 2, lot control was in place for the new materials used in the process, and whenever a new lot was put into place, that lot number was recorded as well. Number 3, the QA group would collect the first shots and validate the setup to dimensions, visual, and shot weight. Number 4, the first piece samples and the inspection data were placed line side for all operators to review and reference. Number 5, the last piece shots were then re-inspected to ensure process validation. And finally, frequent inspections were performed throughout the manufacturing run. The bad. When a new tool was set, the setup personnel informed the operator to start production, and production was started. Number 1, the inspection was done line side with the initial piece by the setup tech, but no record of the inspection was available. Number 2, lot control was not in place for the material that was used when a new setup occurred. Number 3, when the run was completed, there wasn't a last piece check to validate the production run. Major nonconformities were identified. Be ugly. An injection molder would, number 1, set a tool without any tool setting instructions or process parameter guidance, and the operator would start running without any first piece inspection or validation of the setup. Number 2, inspection occurred later in the process. Number 3, QA identified quality issues with the product, but the product that was shot before the inspection was not held or quarantined. Number 4, the fix was made to the machine parameters or the tooling, and the production continued, again without a first piece setup or recording the fix in any log or record. Many major nonconformities were identified.